Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and to the elemental or natural magic. So we're now on our sacred spaces. Natural magic deals with the subtle and unseen energies and powers of our environment. Through attunement with the primal roots of being, natural magic gives us a means to do something positive with our lives. Essentially, it is a human way of managing the spiritual essence of our existence. The spiritual essence that we need for this may or may not be present in the natural qualities of a place, and so we frequently need to create them. When we empower objects and meditate or conduct self-empowering ceremonies, we usually need to create a psychic enclosure. Collect together everything that you need before you start to create your enclosure. Because once it's set up, leaving it is not ideal. It should be a place where you're not likely going to be distracted, or people are not going to constantly walk in on you. And if you have animals and you want them in the room with you, that's fine. But it needs to stay sort of enclosed with everything in it so that you can attune and sort of align the energies. You need to make sort of a borderline around the place wherever you choose to work. And this, it should really be large enough to contain yourself and maybe some other people if you want other people to join in. The shape is kind of less important. The shape can totally be up to you. A circle is used through many cultures and spiritual ways, but a square is easier to manage, for example, and it's still used. To empower the borderline, you need to walk around it 9 times in a clockwise direction. Clockwise is also known as sunwise. It is best to be ceremonially dressed and to carry a power object, such as a staff or a wand. You can even use jewellery as your power object, or a pendulum or a crystal. As you walk, visualise a line of blue light following you and laying itself down on the boundary line. Once this ninefold circuit is finished, stay within the boundary. Next, empower the 4 directions. Usually we use appropriate amulets. And to the north, obviously it corresponds with earth, so like a crystal or a stone. And to the east for air, you can burn herbs or incense. In the south, for the element of fire, it's usually a candle. And in the west for water, place a wooden bowl with fresh water inside. Most of us who do this, we like to use rainwater, or sometimes we'll call it moon water, because it will be sterile water that's been left under the full moon. The boundary and the elements are all then in place, and you are sort of creating your own sacred space. You can purify this sacred space with water, for example. It's generally where you'll sprinkle the water. Excuse me, you'll put your hand in the bowl of water and just sort of tap your hands and sprinkle it. You can do that. You can use seawater, salt water. You can take that from a place if you can get to it. If not, we generally use Himalayan salt, not ever table salt. You can charge the water with your protective energy. You just visualize a stream of vibrant blue-white light entering the water from your hand. It's kind of like Reiki. As a Reiki practitioner, we do that too. And as you visualize the empowerment, you can chant something like this or this. Into this water, I direct my might and main, that it will be pure and clean. in the service of the elements. Obviously, there's something else that we need to do also. And remember, if you can't get seawater, Himalayan salt in water is fine. It's better if you take it from, like I say, rainwater or even a fresh stream or something. You can do that too. And then add your Himalayan salt to it. Here is salt. Salt is life. To clean this place free from strife is what you say as you add the salt to the water. Under no circumstances should you use tap water. It's chemically treated. Basically, tap water is useless when it comes to magical energy. So you can sprinkle the water of empowerment, sunwise, around your boundary, and then sort of take it into a spiral towards the centre of your sacred space. Again, just visualize a trail of blue-white light, followed by the sprinkling water. This place is now ready for use. So you can sort of set it aside from the rest of the world and obviously keep it to yourself. And it is there for you to use as and when you want to do any magical work. There are other ways of creating your circle, and that is by using your pointy finger or ring finger. And you can also go about in a circle or whatever shape you choose to. I use circles, it's what I've always used. And you want to visualize a white light coming from your finger, and you create this magic circle, and within that space you are safe. It is sacred, nothing can enter, no sort of can any bad energies get in. Of course, you do have to close the area down as well once you've finished, and it's basically doing the reverse. You're just removing that energy, visualizing the white light disappearing back and sending it up into the universe and opening that space up again. Very important to have it while you're working so that no negativity can get in your area. But it's also very important to close it when you are finished as well. And people do it in many different ways. This is literally just one of many, and it's more the natural way, the elemental way, rather than the other ways, that's all. Thank you for listening. Please leave a like, share if you can, and do consider subscribing. Many blessings.